Hey guys, Coach Sam here with Hot Shot Sports. This is our first demo class of the day, for the website. I have Coach Matt here with me. He's going to be my kid today. We're going to pretend that he's a kid. I'm going to do a soccer class today. I'm just going to run you through very quickly how to get through about a 45-minute soccer class. I would say this would be designed for ages about, honestly, you could get anything from 4 to about 8 years old. I just want to run you through the basics, how we do it with the distancing and our protocols. So the first thing I would do is, you can see right now I have my mask over my chin, okay? That is fine if we're outside, okay? But if I get close, if Coach Matt has his ball here for whatever reason, and I'm helping him out for whatever reason, and I want to get close, it has to come on when you get close. So you might see me do that. But the first thing we would do in class, the first thing we would do in class is we're going to warm up. Now, I'm a lot closer to Coach Matt than I normally would be in a class, but that's just so you can see me in the camera. Normally, I'd be farther away. So everyone has, you can see with their cones right here, they're distance apart. So one kid would be here, okay? Nice and distance. Coach Matt is at the red cone. This is where you would run through your stretches, your stretches across your body. I'm not gonna go through all of them. Arm stretches, running in place, jogging in place, jumping jacks is a really good one. These are all on the website, these type of warm-ups, so I don't have to go through all of them too quickly, okay? Then, what you could do is you could have the luxury of, and Coach Matt's really good about this, if you have a lot of cones, which you should have, you can match color for color. So you have a red cone here, so Coach Matt's at red. You guys can't see it, but there's a red cone across in the shot, and that's where you could start getting on the move a little bit. So I can say, all right guys, we're gonna jog down and back. So you would jog down to his red cone and back. He would know that. You explain to them that early in the class, that this color is their pod and all that good stuff, so they know, especially the younger guys. And that could be, you know, he just did a jog down and back. You could slide down and back pedal down and back, high knees, butt kicks, skips, power jumps, all part of our warm-up. You don't want to warm up obviously for too long, but you could get a lot of, you know, a good 10-minute quality warm-up with them moving or staying in place, depending on how many kids you have and the space that you have and the cones that you have, okay? Once that's done, okay, let's say it's about 10 minutes that takes, that's where we get to soccer, okay? So you tell the kids to get their soccer balls, bring them back to their colors, back to their pods. So Coach Matt has his red right here, and I'm right here. This is where the soccer stuff comes in, okay? You're right at your pod, you warm them up with their soccer stuff, they're rolling the ball back and forth, nice and easy, okay? Nothing too crazy. They switch feet, again, nothing too crazy. Then you get into your switches. So you're here, you're switching, and you can have them go as fast as they can. You can make it a competition if the kids are doing really well with their switches, count for 30 seconds, see how many switches they can get, have them count out loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do as many as you can, try and have them beat their time, all that good stuff. And the beauty of it, it's all being done in your pod right now. No one's left, everyone's distant, all that stuff is good. Then, this is where, just like warm-ups, now you can do some stuff on the move. So I would tell Coach Matt, or whoever the kids are in my class, kids, we're gonna go inside of our foot, both feet, little kicks down and back. Yep, just like that. And you stay within your pod. You go back, and you could do, of course, and this is on the website, plenty of variations of this. You can go outside of your foot. You could roll the ball. You could do, you know, diagonal stuff. Whatever you need to do, whatever you feel like the kids are up for, okay? At this point, you're probably close to a drink. I like to give drinks every 15 minutes of class, and that's where our Purell comes in. So the kids are getting a water break. You make sure you sanitize them, and then you make sure you're disinfecting the equipment. I don't have that stuff with me right now, but you will all have that stuff. That's the time to do it, after a water break. Then the kids come back. I probably mix in my first game right around now. You've already warmed them up. You've already done, you know, ball handling or with our feet for soccer. The first game I'd probably mix in would be Toy Story. An easy one, okay? All you have to do, and this is just all about your personality and making the kids laugh, is you're turning around. When you turn around, the kids dribble nice and slow with the inside of their foot, and when you turn around, boom, they freeze on top of the ball and trap the ball. Make sure you emphasize trapping the ball. And I like with this game to just be really funny. This is where I let my personality out and I have a really good time with it. So the kids are here, I'm here, and I'm like, oh no, I must have forgot something. Oh my gosh, guys! Just like that, to make sure most of the kids, especially if they're younger, will have a really good time. They'll laugh at that, and you can make it a little competition as long as they're separated. First person to get to their other side of their pod, you know, wins or whatever. If they move, you can start them over. Plenty of variations to that game as well. So get them, you know, you don't want to go too long without a game. You want to keep them stimulated, having a good time. You bring that back. The next thing I'd probably do in just a typical soccer class, and this is just typical, you guys can make your own spin to it. This is just very basic, would be some passing stuff. So if I'm here, mask would go on because I got near him. Just some basic passing stuff, and then I like to always play a fun passing game that the kids love, especially if it's a smaller class like this one's set up, where you're just teaching them kind of how to pass back and forth, trapping, here, get that out of them. And if you only have one coach, let's say you just have 5 kids, go to your next one, yep, next kid would pass there, and then what you do is you make it a game after a while, after they feel good about the fundamental of passing. And if there's 10 kids and you have a second coach with you, you know, they're on the other side doing the same thing you are, and then you make it a game, right? So you pick a kid to pass to, but you don't tell them, so they have to be alert. It works on their attention span. I love this game, actually. Parents like it too, because it teaches them kind of how to pay attention and be focused for more than like 2 seconds. So I can be over here and be like, okay, who's ready? Oh, Coach Matt, you ready? He's got to be ready, pass it back to me. You can make it like a strike game, so 3 strikes, he has to sit down. Last person standing wins. We like this game over here. You know, where you check on that person, make sure they're good. They pass it back, all that stuff. That game can be played for about 10 minutes. Probably due for another drink, and then I don't have any goals with me. You guys will have goals with me. The last 5, 10, 15 minutes of class, that's where you're going to do your shooting games and you know, incorporating our distancing. Really what I've been doing with shooting games is I just play the levels game where I'll mark out cones. So let's just use these. I'll mark out cones. They have to make a goal from a certain cone. If they make it, they step back to the next cone. That's the next level, just like Coach Matt's doing. And then the next level. You want to make sure there's no more than like a group of 4 or 5, because you don't want them sitting for too long or anything like that. So if you have a group of 10, just divide them with your other coach. If you have 5 or 6, you're good to just play this. They really like that. It's a good cool down game. You know, and there's other shooting games you can play too. If you have a more advanced group, you can work on 1-2s, which is a really fun one. Where if coach is a kid, he passes it to me, then he would just go over there. I pass it back to him. That was a bad pass. We'll try that again. I pass it back to him, and he would just take a shot, a big shot, boom, just things like that. And these are all on the website. I just want to actually have you guys see it visually. And then after that shooting game, you should be just about done with 45 minutes, right? Because you warmed them up, both stationary and on the move. Then you did ball handling with the soccer ball, both stationary and on the move. Mixed in a running game. Today we did Toy Story. There's plenty of other options. There's red light, green light you could do. You could do a distance version of raindrops. Plenty of different things. Then we did passing, both instructional and through a game in there. And then you work on your shooting, and you've covered all aspects of the sport, had a good time with it. 45 minutes are done. And really the next 5 or so classes aren't too different than that. It's just different variations of it to keep it fresh and keep the kids stimulated. So that's pretty much a sample soccer class. We're going to come back with a basketball one too soon. I hope you guys enjoy this and use this in your classes if you need it.